Hey, what's going on guys, it's Chum here from Fusion Squad, and last weekend I was lucky enough to go to the EB Expo in Sydney, Australia. Now at this expo I got hands on with dozens of upcoming games, so I've decided that I should make a list of my top 10 games of EB Expo 2015. So without further ado, let's get started. First on the list we have Dark Souls 3, the latest Dark Souls title by From Software. Playing Dark Souls 3 on the show floor was an awesome experience. As a new player to the series, I found combat very thrilling, as even the weakest enemies could take you down if you weren't careful. The fragile nature of my character kept my heart pumping while clearing out small groups of enemies, and definitely made defeating any form of boss feel very rewarding. Overall, the challenge in this combat system definitely adds a great deal of depth to the game, and makes it a blast to play. Next up we have Need for Speed. This new NFS title prides itself on the fact that it gives players 5 ways to play: Speed, Style, Build, Crew, and Outlaw. While previous games relied on the player winning various races for progression, this game simply requires the player to show how badass they can be while building rep in any of the 5 ways: driving fast, showing off their moves, building a flawless ride, driving with the crew, and even messing with the police. The demo we got to play was as simple as a free drive, in which we had to fight to earn the most rep. The amazing graphics, customization, and freedom to do as I please in this competition made Need for Speed a wild ride. For number 8 we have the second installment of the amazing Plants vs Zombies Garden Warfare third-person shooter series. Having loved the original, I went into this with high hopes and I was far from disappointed. The demo they set up had us get hands-on with the new Graveyard Ops modes, in which you play as a zombie and fend off waves of plants. From my experience, I could see that the game definitely stuck to its roots, with the new classes having some very familiar abilities that all fans will love, alongside new abilities that make for a fun, new experience. At number 7 we have the new tactical 5v5 shooter Rainbow Six Siege. The game works on the basis in which one team must fortify an objective, while the other team needs to breach and clear out the enemy team. At the expo we were able to play 2 rounds, one defense and one offense. Although I didn't take much advantage of this, the game has some extremely destructible environments, which will change up how you approach an objective in any of the maps. The game gives players near unlimited options when it comes to both breaching and defending, giving this game the makings of an extremely replayable gaming experience, as well as the makings of a really great esports game with nearly unlimited plays to be made by either team and making it truly skill based.
It's time to reactivate Rainbow.
Rounding off the first half of this top 10 we have Battleborn, a new IP from the creators of the Borderlands series. The game's major selling point is that it aims to be a first person shooter combined with a MOBA, or multiplayer online battle arena. The demo we got to play had us pick one of the available classes, with 20 in total, and then proceed to complete a story mission alongside 4 friends. The classes and abilities in the game offer an extreme variety in both ranged and close quarters combat, meaning there is a class for all different playstyles. The art style, gunplay, and lighthearted feeling found in most GEARBOX games made Battleborn an unforgettable experience. Kicking off our top 5 we have another Tom Clancy game, this time The Division. The Division is a third-person open-world shooter that takes place in a post-apocalyptic New York City. The demo we got our hands on had us take out some computer-controlled enemies to pick up some biohazard materials that needed extraction. Once in the extraction zone, we ran into other players who could either aid us or go rogue and try to stop us. When our fellow players turned on us, it became an all-out battle to secure the zone. My team and I had to split up to draw fire and flank our enemies to take them out. The Division felt extremely true to its theme of open world combat, by giving us options when engaging others and making combat scenarios a very thrilling encounter. At number 4 we have Rise of the Tomb Raider, a sequel to the critically acclaimed reboot to the Tomb Raider series. The game has promised many great things, one of them being the return of classic tomb environments. In the playable demo I had the chance to explore one of these tombs, and the only way to describe it is beautiful. The minor details and puzzles within the tomb provided a truly immersive experience to the exploration. Another new feature in this sequel is the new guerrilla warfare tactics that can be employed in combat. Despite not getting hands-on with this new combat system, the presentation showed an extensive new set of weapons and abilities that provide the players with endless options when choosing how they go about taking on the world of Tomb Raider. Now into our top 3, we have the highly awaited Halo 5 Guardians. The presentation for Halo showed an extended trailer for the campaign featuring both of Spartan Locke's and Master Chief's teams. In terms of multiplayer, the demo got us hands-on with the new 12v12 Warzone mode, which pits player versus everything else. With an imposing team, as well as an army of computer-controlled enemies, your team has to capture objectives across the map and take out the opposing team's base. Playing this mode was a blast, and it was a huge throwback to old Halo games due to it containing a near endless supply of classic weapons and vehicles at each team's disposal. The gunplay in this game was just as amazing as previous Halo installations, and the fast-paced action made you feel like you truly were a badass Spartan when going on kill streaks. At number 2 we have Call of Duty Black Ops 3. You have no idea how hard it was to decide which of Halo or COD should take this spot, and to be honest, in the end they both deserve to be tied at number 2. Nevertheless, at the event they sat us down in private lobbies, let us create some classes, and had us play 2 matches, 1 kill confirmed and 1 hardpoint. With this being the same beta available a few weeks back, it wasn't exactly something new, but the gameplay was still as amazing as before. The movement system was very fluid and easy to pick up for even players new to the genre. The gunplay was very traditional to the series, but the addition of the new specialist classes added a refreshing change to the series. Getting to use the weapons and abilities of your specialists made you feel extremely powerful, and yet being killed by them doesn't make you feel like you've been cheated. Overall, the fast-paced and free-flowing movement of Black Ops 3 keeps you continually in the action, meaning there's never a dull moment when playing this Call of Duty. Finally, the time has arrived for our number 1, and as you can see, it is the highly anticipated revival of the Star Wars Battlefront series. As a fan of the original series, I was keen as ever to get hands on with Battlefront, keen enough to wait in a 2.5-hour line. Regardless, once the wait was over, we were thrown straight into a match of Walker Assault on the ice planet Hoth. One of my greatest fears was that having AT-AT walkers on one side would make the game imbalanced. However, the battle pickup system provides balance to the use of the AT-ATs and provides the rebel forces with abilities that are just as strong. Again, the gunplay was extremely nostalgic to the original game, with both first and third person perspectives available to the player. The guns themselves also provided a really immersive experience with the genuine look and sound effects from the films. The Hoth environment also felt very genuine, with no real tactical design around it, but rather hills and trenches covered the map. This environment not only provided a unique yet classical trench warfare experience, but also greatly represented the barren Arctic wasteland that is Hoth. Overall, it was a blast, no pun intended, to be once again thrown into the shoes of a rebel soldier or an Imperial trooper and fight alongside an army of others in a war that determines the fate of the galaxy. Alright guys, so that ends our top 10 games at EB Expo. I hope you guys have enjoyed this, and I hope you guys just really like to get a little bit of insight at the kind of things that we experience at EB Expo. For the top 5, I will be making more in-depth videos about my experience with them, so be sure to look out for that sort of stuff. Either way, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a like, and until next time guys, I hope you have a wonderful day.